Okay, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Living with Sunshine. And 2022 is going to be the year that I get a green thumb. So I'm going to be building a raised garden bed on the side of my house until I'm able to get my backyard in check. And we're going to be growing carrots, strawberries, tomatoes, and lettuce. So come along with me to this trip to Lowe's. I decided not to build one from scratch or to use the brick concrete blocks and then using the cedar boards because that seemed expensive and I didn't want to disappoint myself. And since I'm just doing one bed, Lowe's has this kit, and I will link it for this video. But they have this kit that's made with composite wood that you can put together, and it's relatively inexpensive. It's actually cheaper than the cost of what the bricks and the cedar wood would be. So I'm gonna try that out this year. And I'm having to come downtown Richmond to come to a different Lowe's because the Lowe's none of the Lowe's near my house actually had the kit. It would have to be shipped. So I'm coming to Lowe's to get the kit and then to also get the seeds. I am going to start the seeds in my house. I am probably like a week or two behind, but I've consulted some friends and garden enthusiasts that this should be a surefire way for me to at least be able to grow something this year. So come along with me on this trip to Lowe's and watch me build this garden bed and get it ready. I definitely should have gotten a flatbed cart as I was going through Lowe's, and I was so smitten with all the flowers I was seeing, but I don't know what I'm doing with flowers, and so I just kept going to finding the soil that I needed. They had so many options. I don't think I've ever actually looked at the type of soil that they offer, but I was really excited that they did have soil specifically for raised garden beds that required no mixing, so I snatched those up quickly. Well, that was a feat, getting that raised bed soil into the cart because many of the bags were ripped. My hands are now dirty because who would have thought I needed to put garden gloves on just to pick up a bag of soil? But I've gotten 2 bags. I think that should be enough, but we'll see. Gonna go walk over to the bed and see what they recommend. So let's head that way. Probably should have got a flatbed cart to do all of this. Ooh, those are pretty. All right, so what these planter block look like is what I had anticipated doing, but again, each brick is $3.38. So each one of these, and then boards for each side, and then the top, I just felt like wasn't something I wanted to do for my very first time. So we're gonna come down aisle 4, and I think it's at aisle 4, bay 4, and see what they've got going on. Oh, they have Cedar Miracle-Gro right. Oh, this is probably it. I'm about to walk right past it, y'all. I feel, oh, and there's one left. So there's this garden bed that's 4x4. Oh, let's see what that message is. Oh, I'm not working at Lowe's right now. I would probably give them my paycheck back. But 4x4 doesn't rot. And then they have, so then they have the 4x4 that's cedar for $5 more. Same size, but it's naturally rot resistant. I think I want to go with the composite. Like, I don't know how high this one is. I don't know, it doesn't say, but this one is 5.5 inches high. I like that you can stack more kits on top of this. So if I wanted to come back and get more later, I could. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this up in the car. Well, no, cart. Okay, y'all, I was in the Lowe's for so long, the sun has officially set and it's dark out here. There were so many great things they had in the store that were on clearance, but they were not on the list. So I did not get them. I left them. So really excited to get this process started because again, I've had one plant in my house that I've kept alive now for 14 months. That's it. I've never grown anything successfully, and I've never actually put the true effort in to try. So I'm excited to get this process started. I also need to do a much better job of cleaning out my truck, especially when I'm making a trip to Lowe's and I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff that should be going in the back. So I had to put the raised garden bed box on the floor of the back seat, and luckily I was able to fit the soil in the back with all of Lennox's softball equipment back there. And it was so funny because people kept stopping to chat with me and ask me if I needed help, but it was literally 2 bags of soil. So I guess people are still, you know, willing to be helpful when it looks like you're struggling, but I hope I didn't look like I was struggling. But all in all, it was a great night shopping at Lowe's for what I needed. So the instructions were actually really clear to put together this bed, and I don't know why in my head measurements just haven't made sense to me, because 4x4 in my mind was so much larger than it ended up being. I had to move it around a couple of times because there were just some large roots in the ground from that tree in the corner, but this is the area of my backyard that's going to become my little respite. And so I'm going to put a little chair in the background, but that was a 1.5 bags of soil. Definitely gonna need more than
All right,
that.
y'all, thanks for following along as I built my garden bed. I'm probably gonna add 1 more bag of soil, but that probably will happen right when it's time for me to transplant the seedlings from in the house to out here. So let's hope that this works for me and that we have something that we can eat from this garden this year. This will be my very first time doing it. As always, thank you for joining me with another episode of Living with Sunshine. I'll catch you all next time. Bye.